Hey guys, my name is Asim and today I want to share my story. I've been weight training for over 20 years and I've seen so many things over the last 20 years. I've watched many machines change, I've seen the gym culture evolve, and most importantly, I watched myself change, both physically, mentally and emotionally. It's been a journey with a lot of wins, a lot of setbacks and even more lessons. And my goal with this video is simple: to share my story with you. If you're just starting out, or even if you've been training for a while but you're not seeing the results that you want, I think what I've been through will really help you today. Now, just before my story begins, I currently run a coaching program where I help people build true strength in the gym without guesswork. A strength training system that helps you build muscle, avoid injury, and enjoy training again. Now, inside the program, I'll guide you step by step on how we fix your technique, create a smart plan, and get you lifting with confidence. If you're ready to finally get the results that actually last, book in a free call with me below by clicking the link in the description, and we'll jump on a call so I can show you how I can help you. Now, let me tell you guys my story. I started weight training when I was around 18. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I just knew I just wanted to get better. I wanted to get stronger, feel more confident in myself. So just like a lot of beginners, I bought some free weights and started training at home. At first, it was exciting, but after a few weeks, reality really kicked in. The environment really wasn't motivating. I didn't know if I was doing the right things or not. There was no one to ask questions and certainly no one to guide me. And I started picking up little injuries here and there. My form was completely off. I was lifting with momentum instead of control. I didn't know what proper warm-up looked like. On top of that, my nutrition was a mess. I was barely eating enough, and what I had was no structure or purpose. No protein goals, no idea of what my body actually needed. So I put all the effort in, but I was getting very little out of it. Eventually, I realized that I needed to get into a proper gym. So what I did, I joined the nearest gym thinking that being around others would help. And to an extent it did, but it also made some things worse in some ways. Because instead of learning to train the right way, I just copied pretty much what everybody else was doing. I was jumping from machine to machine. I was doing random exercises. There was no progression tracking. I remember walking to the gym. I was thinking, right, let's see if I can try doing the heaviest weight. So what looks the hardest and heaviest to me? I wasn't doing the warm-ups correctly. I was skipping warm-ups. I ignored mobility. I went straight to the heavy weights, trying to impress myself. But really, to be honest, it was my ego, and it wasn't me using my brain at all that was running the session. And what started happening was I started having a number of problems because eventually my body said enough. I started picking up injuries, and I don't just mean a little soreness. I mean proper serious injuries, whether it's related to tendon muscles, lower back flare-ups, shoulder tweaks. That kind of stopped me from training altogether. And the worst part, I didn't learn the first time. What I would do is rest a few weeks, thinking that I would be good to go, and jump straight back into the same mistakes. It was just blind determination, as I would call it. And every time the injuries would come back, and it would be worse than before. There were times that I couldn't even train for months, such was the extent of the injuries. And when training is such a big part of your life, it does mess with your head. So as a result, I started to ask myself, did I make the mistake of even starting this? Am I built wrong, or is all this worth it at all? So this particular period, it knocked my confidence hard. I almost went from loving the gym to hating the gym. But that period was painful. It forced me to slow down, and it started to make me think differently. Then I decided to get some proper help. So what I did was hire a personal trainer, someone to teach me the correct form, the right way to build strength, and actually how to look after my body instead of punishing it. So what we did was we worked on everything from mobility to core stability, posture, movement patterns, nutrition, recovery, and not pretty much how much I can bench press or how much I can lift. Also, the personal trainer, he put me on a proper nutrition diet, nothing extreme. It was very, very structured and enough fuel to recover, enough protein to build muscle, and a setup I could stick to constantly. And this is what pretty much changed everything for me. So once I understood how to train hard, train smart, and not just hard, everything started clicking. I saw more consistent progress. My strength came back. My injuries stopped flaring up. I started to enjoy the gym again instead of fearing it. Most importantly, my mindset changed. I stopped chasing quick fixes and started to appreciate slow, steady progress, because honestly, there are no shortcuts. And the longer you try to take them, the longer it takes to get real results. In some instances, you don't get them at all. So now that I'm 20 years in, here's what I know. Training training hard is great, but training smart is everything. Lifting heavy when your form is bad is just asking for problems. Bad habits always catch up with you, whether it's poor sleeping, ignoring pain, or even skipping warm-ups. Progress will take time, and that's pretty much okay because you're not meant to be, shredded in 4 weeks. So the gym pretty much isn't just about your body, it's also about your mind, which is very important. What this did, it gave me structure when life felt chaotic. It also helped me build discipline, confidence, and mental toughness. Most importantly, ego is not your friend. So what this means is that the day you stop trying to impress others and start training for you, everything will change. Now, I'm not just sharing this just to talk about myself. I'm sharing it because I know there are so many guys out there right now who are going through same struggles I went through. You're in the gym every week, but you're not seeing progress. You're dealing with injuries and pains that are setting you back. Or maybe you're new to lifting and feel completely lost and you don't know where to start. So whatever your situation is, I want you to know this. You can build a strong, capable body without wrecking yourself in the process. You don't need to guess your way through it, and you don't need to do it alone. That's why I built my personal coaching program to give you guys a strength training system that helps you build muscle, avoid injury, and actually enjoy training again. So inside the program, I'll guide you step by step, fix your technique, we'll create a smart plan, and get you lifting with confidence. So if you're ready to finally get results that actually last, book a free call with me below. We'll chat about where you're at and what's holding you back and how we can move forward together. So finally, I hope my story motivates you and gets you into the gym so you can have a structured approach so you can build real strength.